And we're live. We're back. We're here on the Friday Vibes Morning Show with yours truly, Jay Chris, here on New Tools Radio, newtoolsradio.com, and the New Tools Radio app. Shout out to everybody checking us out on the Instagram Live. Shout out to everybody checking us out over on the Facebook page, New Tools Radio Facebook page right now, live right now with Jay Hussein from the Real Guys Podcast. And, of course, over on our Twitch channel, we got, again, Jay Hussein from the Real Guys Podcast is here to give us his weekend suggestions. Jay Hussein is back in the building. What up, Jay? How you feeling, man?
What's up, Jay Chris? Good morning, New Twist family. Happy Friday. Going to be 81 today here in the good city of brotherly love.
Man, listen, it's going to be a beautiful day here in the Northeast, man. Prayers go to the people that's been dealing with a lot of severe weather down south, in the Southeast area and down south in Texas and all that like that with the tornadoes and the snowstorms and all like that. But right now, we are getting the nice weather right now. We get to enjoy it. We haven't been able to enjoy nice weather. Well, actually, we had like 2 weeks ago. We had real nice weather, right? It was like a tease. It was like a preview.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a trailer of what's to come. But today is the day. But Jay, what's going on, man? How you feeling, man? I'm happy to have you back.
Likewise, man. I can't complain, man. Here to get a good people, a good word, you know.
Absolutely. So, there's movies coming out in theaters. There's movies coming out on TV. There's movies coming out on apps. There's all types of things to watch. Jay, I'm gonna pick my feet up off the floor and I'm gonna give you your time. What you got for us this weekend, man?
Absolutely, man. I'm gonna consolidate this for y'all. So look, I just want to let everybody know from the rip that today AMC plans on opening 98% of its theaters. All right, it's on their website. For those who do want to get back out, tired of clicking the button on TV. I personally love the option of doing that, but for those who do want to get back in the theaters, and I myself, so I'm gonna have this up on Instagram and other things. I myself will attend the movies today, so I'm gonna be the guinea pig for those of y'all that's scared. I'm gonna let y'all know exactly the protocol there and all of that good stuff, man. But again, AMC plans on opening 98% of the theaters today. Some of the streaming platforms you guys are going to notice, they're going to start offering about 45 days in the theaters and then dropping on the streaming service. So you can expect services like Disney Plus or HBO Max that be offering them big blockbuster movies to add an additional cost to them. So I'm gonna give y'all an example. Like this summer, Marvel is dropping Black Widow, but instead of Black Widow being free on Disney Plus, like the past couple of months things have been, it's gonna cost you about $29.99 additional cost onto what you're paying per month. So look for those additional expenses. But again, not having to go in the theaters. I know that if I take me and my family, it's going to cost more than $29.99. So I appreciate that outlet. You know what I mean? And y'all should too. Take advantage of that. But now we have both options, which is cool. All right. Another thing I wanted to say is, Issa Rae. Shout out to Issa Rae for inking an $8 million deal, man. She's inked an $8 million deal. I mean, excuse me, an 8-figure deal. Let me not limit her money. An 8-figure deal to produce new shows with Warner Media, which is just awesome, man. Shout out to Issa Rae. That sister doing it, man. And we real proud of her, man. So that's super dope. You know what I mean? I wanted to let y'all know, this was just sidebar, man, but this was funny, man. Y'all remember the movie Training Day? I saw a quote that Macy Gray said that she only took that role in Training Day because she wanted to take a picture with Denzel for her mom, man. So I just share that with y'all because I thought that was funny, man.
I was always interested in her and the story behind her part because it was a real short part, but it was a kind of a big part. Like she played a big part in that little part.
It was, man, and yeah, she took on that role. That was at the low height of her.
See a Warren.
Yo, exactly. Hey Jay, that's good. Yeah, she took that role. Really, I'm sure it was good to boost her, but really for mom, moms love Denzel. Everybody, mom love Denzel. Yeah. But and I also wanted to say, lastly, for my little news here, is that it's a new streaming service that has actually been around for a while, but I want you guys to check out. It's called the All Black streaming service, right? It's All Black TV, right? We got to show out for our people, man. Look, All Black TV used to be known as UMC, which was the Urban Movie Channel. This was launched by Bob Johnson, the former owner of BET. All right, so Bob Johnson, he started this back in 2014, but currently they're updating it, man, and it's got a lot of good shows. They're basically just devoted to Black TV shows and movies, man. So I would love for y'all to check that out. I can tell y'all the streaming service is about $50 a year, which break down to about $4.16 a month. And we paying for a lot of other services. So check this one out, man. At least give them
So Jay, what you the urban movie was the urban movie network the old that's no longer what it's called.
So
It's got a new name now.
right. It was formerly known as UMC, Urban Movie Channel. All right.
Right.
It's actually they're actually powered through AMC, believe it or not. AMC powered that with Bob Johnson to form UMC. Now they've switched and updated it, and it is now all black TV. So you can go to allblacktv.com, or it's an app as well. Again, I've done the research for y'all. It's about $50 a month, roughly $4. $50 a year, $4 a month, and they also offer a 7-day free trial. So just check it out, see if this thing's on there. I'll bring that to y'all attention because the first thing I want to jump into y'all for y'all to watch is actually a TV show on there called Millennials. All right, Millennials is on All Black TV. All right, it's about 4 guys in their 20s, a business student, a YouTuber, a college dropout, and a personal trainer. A lot of these faces gonna look familiar to y'all. You got King Karan, who's a big Instagram public figure comedian. You got Kyle Massey, who we know from like That's So Raven, Corey in the House. You got Aaron Grady, and you got he's from Everybody Hates Chris, the Bernie Mac show, and then you got Philip Bolden that we know from Are We There Yet and Are We Done Yet, things like that. It's just basically a coming of age show, stuff that we grew up on, man. When we used to see 3 and 4 and 5 guys handle a show, and
Oh yeah.
it's pretty dope. It's cool. It's fresh, and again, like you can hear from the descriptions of their jobs. Back in the day when we had shows, wasn't nobody no personal trainer or YouTuber or
No,
you know.
no.
So it's good for all age groups to jump into this, man. So again,
Yeah,
that's called.
that's pretty. It's called millennials, and that's pretty cool because it kind of brings you back to I know the days when you and I were growing up. We saw stuff like that all the time on TV. The shows didn't last long,
Mm-hmm.
but we loved them anyway, and we always watched the reruns and all like that like they were brand new. We kept them in rotation. That's one I'm actually looking forward to seeing. That one looks like it's going to be pretty good. Let
Absolutely.
me ask you
Mm-hmm.
this, Jay. 98% of the theaters of AMC's, it's AMC's theaters, you said?
Mm-hmm. AMC.
98% of AMC's theaters are they're opening them today.
Yes.
And you explained that, that kind of leads us to the movies being released in theaters now as opposed to the apps, but being released on the apps about 45 days later, like you were saying.
Absolutely.
Um, is that the new, would you consider that the new DVD release of the movie now?
Yeah, kind of in a way. The only thing is to just to give you guys a heads up. I didn't mention this is it's actually an experiment. None of this is
Oh, okay.
permanent. As
Okay.
everything still unfolds with the pandemic and COVID and all of that, you're going to see them trying new things. Like so, for instance, I actually saw. If you remember last week, we talked about a movie Dutch from the book of Terry Woods, right? The
Yeah.
book Dutch Terry Woods. I told you guys last week that movie opening day was $130,000 they made somewhere around there. I'm sure we would have crushed that with theaters being open. Now to date, 1 week later, they're up to $500,000. There's like 500, 600, somewhere roughly around there.
Okay.
They want to offset that because with movies like that don't have that big promotion and previews running everywhere, like for instance, when stuff drops on Disney Plus, I don't care what I'm watching, I'm seeing their previews. You know what I mean? But for the smaller brand movies, they kind of need both. So to answer your question, nothing's permanent right now. I actually saw, and I wanted to keep this to myself until I can confirm it, but that some theaters and some streaming services or some streaming services were actually going to take away the streaming at home. They want all that movie revenue.
Right.
So
Right.
we have
Right.
to kind of wait to see how it unfolds. For now, I'm gonna be y'all guinea pig. I'm gonna go into the theaters. I'm gonna tell y'all the spacing. I'm gonna tell y'all everything that you need to know about it. But yeah, I believe so.
All right. Well, make sure you mask up, good brother. There's another something just came up. Oh, Urban Movie Channel, or
Mm-hmm.
what's it called now? I'm sorry. What's it called
It's
now?
all black TV.
All Black TV. There is a series on there that
Mm-hmm.
I saw that they gave us for free the first season,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have to watch the second season. I'm not going to go into detail there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm kind of forgetting the name of it, but it takes four couples
Mm-hmm.
and pairs the couple with one from the other couple. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And this series was good. I forgot what it was called. It was like something, but basically each husband was paired with a different wife.
Mm-hmm.
from these four pair groups, couples,
Right.
whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be my suggestion for you if you haven't seen that yet. Look on your face, look like you might have seen it, but if you haven't seen it, I want you to check it
I
out.
ran through what they had to offer. I actually got the 7-day trial, so I wanted to kind of get into it. But
Okay.
my favorite couple shows to watch is actually the 10-7 show, man. So I'm gonna be tuning in. You
Ten
already know.
Seven show Sunday nights at 7 o'clock right here on the New Twist Radio Facebook page. Excuse me, New Twist Radio YouTube channel. Excuse me.
Right. Right.
Um, so before I let you go, I wanted to. I was kind of saving this for you. I wanted to get your opinion on it, your vibe on it, and even if you even know about this dude,
So,
I'm sure you've heard about him by now.
yeah.
If you didn't before, Derek Jackson. Okay, Derek Jackson, the relationship guru. I put my quotes up. Um, Recently coming under a lot of controversy. He's been found that he's been cheating on his wife, whatever the case may be. I have my opinions on it. I'm sure we're going to talk about it Sunday night,
Right.
but I'm going to talk about it today too. But I want to get your opinion on it too.
I'm gonna keep it to a minimum because I
Your
know I'm short
reaction.
on. And I got just a couple more movies for y'all, but
Oh, I'm sorry. I
no, no,
completely.
no.
I definitely took your segment from my bad.
It's all good. The Derek Jackson situation, I just want to keep it to a minimum, man, because I'm gonna let the experts handle that. But what I will say is that the culture that we living in, some things at home need to be dealt with at home before you present them to the world. And when I see two people on there doing that, basically what I see is a man more concerned about his career than his wife. And I can't respect that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, as we know, man, that whole happy wife, happy life thing, yeah, that's a thing too, man. But it go both ways, man. I just feel like, take care of your wife before you take care of your business, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
money, my philosophy on that, if anybody know me, is that money means nothing and people mean everything. And we need to start treating it that way instead of vice versa.
Dang, say
So,
that again. Money means nothing, and people's means everything. God,
yeah, man. You know,
I like that. That's prolific.
you know. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna leave that to you because you the guru on that one. You know what I mean? And let me just run y'all down a couple more of these real quick. I promise I'll be very fast. So we got Honest Thief, man, with my guy Liam Neeson, right? This has been out a couple months, but I felt the need to touch on this, George, just because I want to get you guys' opinion on this. Liam Neeson, 68 years old, right? And this ain't no age shaming because we can't do that because one day I pray to be 68, right?
He's 68.
He's 68 and he kicking a lot of butt in every movie I ever seen him, and I ain't never seen him take an L, right? He ain't never took an L yet, right? I
He
didn't
took
see some
one.
of
He took one L.
where you get it.
He took an L in. This is an old movie now.
All right.
This is an old movie, and he wasn't fighting in the movie. He took
So,
an L in Leap of Faith. Do you remember that movie?
yeah, absolutely.
Because he wanted the chicken. He couldn't get it, so he took an L in Leap of Faith. That's the only time. That's the last L he took.
All right. Well, since his new emergence over the last 10 years, my man he like white OG Rambo. He could take on a whole country by himself, right? Taking
Yeah.
and all of that. But in this movie, he basically a professional bank thief, right? This John crazy because he basically he stole $9 million. He's a professional bank thief. He tried to make a deal with the FBI to reduce his sentence. He meet a woman. He want to reduce his sentence. He tell him he got $9 million. And I don't care if you FBI, anybody else, money going to tempt certain people, right? He basically tell these two FBI agents, they come in, set him up for a murder, and the whole movie he on the run trying to clear up his name. But none of that go without him kicking some butt, right? So if y'all love a good Liam Neeson movie where he kicking butt, here's another one, man. I'm gonna just run through it, but make sure y'all check this one out. It was on Amazon Prime. It's on a bunch of platforms. So it's Honest Thief starring Liam Neeson, right? All right, the next one I want you guys to check out. This one's on Netflix. This one is for my documentary heads, right? This one is called Operation Varsity Blues, right? It's from the makers of the Fire doc. It's basically a movie based on the white collar crime college admission scandal. If y'all remember that a few months ago with Aunt Becky from Full House and all of that, man. And it's basically an investigation of the mastermind Rick Singer, man, who got all these rich and famous kids into top universities. He had what they call like the side door entrance. For most of us that apply for college, you send in your application and you pray to get, in, and what happens, the chips fall where they may. But for somebody like him, for example, the side door admission to go into a place like Harvard was $1.2 million, man. All right. For Georgetown, USC, Georgia Tech, Boston College, about 300 to 500,000. he would charge these parents, and they was paying with no problem. Okay, he was charging $75,000 a pop for SAT and ACT scores. Can you imagine this? Just
Wow.
75K, and
Wow.
he's admittedly said that he's gave out over 700 SAT and ACT scores. So y'all can add the money up. My man wasn't hurting, right?
Bang.
You know, the thing I like about this that makes it interesting and kind of cool to watch is that it's not a full documentary. It's what I would call a movie doc. They're basically interacting every single thing that they're talking about. So if y'all like reenactments and stuff like that, they took real actors, they did reenactments of the story, would keep you interested in actual real footage and phone calls. The last thing I'm gonna say is that when you hear some of the type of numbers these people throw around, it's crazy, but they say stuff like, it's crazy some of the things people will say when they don't know that the feds are listening. All right. So, I hope y'all could get into this one, man. It kept me very glued to the screen. That's Operation Varsity Blues on Netflix. And for my last and final movie, man, and this the big one. That's why I say this joint for last, right? It's called Nobody. It's in theaters today. I don't care what you're doing. If you an action fan, if you like movies like John Wick, this the one right here. Hey, J. Chris, I don't always I recommend stuff to you, but this one, you got to see this one, bro.
Just the one right here.
It's called Nobody. It's starring Bob Odenkirk, right? Now, if y'all know Bob Odenkirk, he an Emmy Award winner. He the guy from Better Call Saul, better known as the lawyer from Breaking Bad, for those who
Oh,
get,
yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
That
you know this
that look
guy,
good.
and we look at him as kind of like a tamed dude. Yo, no, all bars is off on this. So let me just give y'all a quick synopsis of the movie, right? Basically, he a underestimated, overlooked dad and husband, right? he just a basic suburban dude, right? Like Kodak said, suburban dude, right? Two thieves break into his house, and he didn't defend his home, like not the way he should have, right? Like somebody breaking your crib, as a man, you want to protect your family, but it's actually time to show out them dusty ass guns that you got on the shelf. All right, it's time to just put in some work and show that, yo, family, I got y'all, no worries. Well, when these guys break into his house, he doesn't show that, and his son loses respect for him. His wife starts to veer away, and what that does is it trigger and opens and awakens his I don't want to say inner killer, but basically he was a I hate to get this away from y'all, but they will tell you this in the previews. He was a former assassin trying to tone down and live this suburban life, and basically he reverts to his old ways, man. It's very John Wickish. When I talk about fist fights, guns, explosions, it's crazy, man. You also got RZA in this movie, which RZA did a lot of the score. He's a credible actor. Shout out to Wu-Tang for producing Method Man, and RZA has some top tier actors. But RZA's in it. You got Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future, and I don't know how long Christopher Lloyd gonna live, but let's give him his flowers because the man been around my whole life. So,
Yes.
shout out to Christopher Lloyd. But this one right here gonna keep you thoroughly entertained. I don't think it's gonna win no Emmy awards, but on the action scale, if they do explosions, it's gonna win all the awards. So make sure
I,
y'all checking this out. It's Nobody.
I tell you what, Jay, if I can get beyond the whole punk he played in Breaking Bad,
Mhm.
I'll be able to enjoy this movie.
But you will, and that's what's awesome about it is
Okay.
that when a movie begins, it's very relatable to anybody who used to be in the street. Okay, we all trying to tuck that in a killer. All right, I remember when I first moved to the suburbs, my girl's like, "Yo, you can't act like that. All right, you better cut it out." Right? I had to certain place, certain time. I had to tone it down. That don't mean I ain't gonna put no work in if it come down to it, but we going to present our best face, right? And that's what my man is trying to do. He trying to present his best face for his wife and his family. But at the end of the day, we still are who we are deep down inside, and y'all will see that in this movie, man.
Jay Hussein from the Real Gods with his weekend suggestions, man. Shout out to Hippie Heem, man. What's up with
Hippie
Hippie
Heem, my
Heem? I
boy.
know he been putting out that music too, man.
Listen, man, Hippie Heem, he doing a lot, man. I want y'all to he's bringing a lot more to the table. I don't want to give away some of these things that we've talked about him doing, but they are coming very soon. And again, New Twist family and Jay Chris, we thank y'all for all the support and suggestions because don't look at the numbers on our page, man. It's building. I can tell y'all from word of mouth, the conversations I have, the people are engaging more, and we're gonna keep doing our hardest to bring y'all the top things to watch every week.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's Jay Hussein from the Real Guys Podcast, y'all. Make sure y'all check him out all the time. Tell him where they can catch you, Jay.
Hey man, we at Real Gods, REEL
Uh-huh.
GODS. I thought I put too many E's in there. on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And again, look for more content from us. We take suggestions. Suggestion box is always open. All right.
Absolutely. That's REELGODS
Yes,
on
sir.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff, YouTube, all that. I'm giving it to the people on my Instagram live, getting it to people on Twitch and Facebook here. Make sure y'all check out the Real Guys podcast with Jay Hussein Hippie Heem, giving y'all all the suggestions and giving y'all all the reviews, previews, and all that good stuff. All right. Appreciate you, Jay. We'll talk to you next week.
Have a good
All right.
weekend, big dog.
Now let's get back to the music here on the Friday Vibes Morning Show with yours truly, Jay Chris.